Hello and welcome to this video I'm going to do today on more realistic hedgerows. So this is on my save that I've been doing videos on. I have done this on our farm track and the two fields over the road there that we own, the grass field and the one we planted for barley. So I thought about this sort of in 19 and never really tried it, and I've tried it this weekend. I'm quite impressed with the results, so I thought I'd show you. It's a little bit of work to do, but it makes everything a little bit more realistic. So this is something you can just do in general landscaping. It will take you a little while if you're going to do it. If you're going to do it to all the roads and the fields, obviously this is Calmsden. So up our track here we've added some, we're adding bushes and other trees into the hedge that exists. So as you may have seen from the thumbnail, these will actually die in the winter and be quite twiggy in the hedge, whereas the original hedge doesn't actually die off, it stays green. I've used two types of bushes and oak trees, so I've used three things, but you can use whatever you like, but I'll show you obviously what I've done. So as we go out of our gateway, you can see up the road there, it probably looks a bit more realistic with stuff sticking out sort of this time of year. So everything is a little bit taller than just a standard sort of hedge and overgrown, etc. So we've also done it out here in this barley field. I've sped time up on here, so don't pay any attention too much to this save at the moment, but we've done it all up here where we were going to put animals out in that grass field to the right. So we've done it all up there, so that's pretty thick. So we've been all the way around. So we'll just go for a little drive down into the village, because I've done a bit down into there. I've basically done our farm, the two fields that we own, and a bit down this main road and into the village. A bit harder to spot cars coming down with it all overgrown. You can see it's a bit harder to see out over fields and what's going on. I just think that's a bit more realistic for country lanes that you'll find here in the UK. I was quite impressed with the results on here of this. I've put these bushes and trees everywhere that I can think of. It doesn't look too sort of ridiculous. So obviously you can see it's a bit more overgrown as we go round. So I've done up sort of here, both sides of the road. I've done down into here. And by our house here that we had on the old series. So everything is quite a bit more bushier I had come down to here, just to the end, sort of where the triangle is. And I had done just up to sort of up here a little bit. I haven't done all the roads. So we're going back down to that triangle now. I haven't done all the roads or all the fields on there, but I think it would look pretty impressive if he did. I'm probably not going to do that on here, just what I've done. So obviously when all these bushes are out like this, if you were sort of very busy silage carting up and down the road, you have to be a bit careful and look out for other drivers. So if you was out working in the field, you would obviously see flashes of blue there, but you wouldn't be able to make out totally what it is that was going down the road. So what I'm going to do now is fast forward it to winter when they've all lost their leaves and show you what it looks like then. So I've just paused there to show you what the autumn looks like. So obviously all these bushes will start to die off and go autumnal colours. And I think that looks a bit more impressive with the leaves on the ground. So now we are in January and everything has lost its leaves, so you're just left with all the twigs. Everything's going to lose its leaves in these bushes and trees when you place them. Ideally it would be nice if you could actually cut the hedgerows and then they regrow, but we haven't got that in this game. Not since 19, I think. FS 19 you can cut the hedges. So again there you can see a bit better in the winter because there's no leaves on the bushes or hedges. So now I'm going to go on to show you exactly how I've done this. So what you want to do is go to your plants. So I'm not sure if there's any extra packs out there or whether this is standard. I'm not sure what I've actually got in, so you might have to go and have a look for any bush packs or anything that's going around, but I'm not sure if this is all just the standard stuff. But out of the stuff that's there, I scrolled right down to this very last bush that's here, which is a £50 one, and make that into a circle, and I basically will just place them at random points. Some places it won't put them. Like I'm trying to put it there now and it won't put it there for some reason. And at some points what I've done is just, if you keep your finger, because I'm using a controller, you keep your finger on the button, they will just come up when they want to come up, and you can make a bit of a line of them. So we'll get to just there. I always sort of try and keep off the end of the gateway a little bit, and then I'll follow this hedgerow, trying to keep as much as I can in the middle. And it only seems to want to put them in certain places, so you'll see what I do with those gaps in a minute. So the £50 one was the tallest. I've got my finger permanently pressed on the button, but it's not placing them in there, only in certain places, like I say. So I'm going to stop there. So what I'll do is then carry on from here. And we're trying to get them basically in the middle of the hedgerow. So I'm trying to keep the dot in the middle of the hedgerow. When the trees start coming, you'll have to try and just go to sort of one side, but keep that green dot in the middle of the hedge. There's a missing hedge there, so, and then what we'll do is we'll carry on where you've got a wall. We'll try and keep it to one side or in the middle, it doesn't matter too much, as long as it's not sticking out in the road too much. So let's see what we've got there now. So we'll carry on this gateway from about here. So that'll put them all in there. And we'll just keep on going until we get to the corner, or as far as we can go there. So that's as far as I can go there. You can move, because I'm on PC, you can move the mouse and go a little bit further. So you just put a couple more there. So I'll just do this side of the road. So the next one I did that was the last one, that was the taller one, I think. So if we come back down on this right hand side, I think it was the £100 one then. The second one down. Which I'll then try and put in the gaps. So see, one's gone there. Another one's gone in there. Another one just popped in there. Some places it just doesn't seem to want to put them for some reason. It's a bit off, that one, but it's not too bad. See if we can get another one to go in there. That's it. If you keep like playing with it, it'll see, it's put another one in there now. Not quite sure why it doesn't want to put some in certain places and a lot in others. It may help if you've got any sort of like place anywhere mods. Let's go down to where the next bit of hedge was. Just put one in there. I'll try to stop pressing the button when I get too near stuff we've already placed in case it wipes it out. If you like really want it in that sort of section, you just have to keep trying to press it and see if it will place it somewhere. So it will just about get in there. It's putting them there now where it wouldn't put the other bushes. So I'll stop there. So the other thing that I done then, I only used those Pacific 2, and tree wise I put in some oak trees, if I can find them. And then what I did was change the tree size to, I mean, it's your choice what tree size you put in there. I'm assuming these don't actually grow in 25. I'm not really experimenting with them, but I was using that one, which is basically the first one that comes up of the oak trees. And then obviously try and get them in the middle of the hedge. I've been trying to put them where the bushes are, because if you put it there you can still see a lot of the trunk. So if you can sort of mask it a bit with the bush. You can put the odd one obviously like that with the trunk showing. But I had been trying to put them in places where the bush was hiding the trunk a little bit. So if we just have a look up here on the left hand side as to what we've done of the main roadside, that's how it's going to look. That's how it looks. Obviously we've done the left but not the right. Obviously Carmson's got some hedges, so if you wanted to put some hedge in those missing bits you can, and do the same there. But I think that makes it look a whole lot better for some of these old country lanes. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on making these roadsides and hedges and hedgerows look a bit more realistic. Let us know what you think. So thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.